You need to massage your man's ego if you want to keep him addicted to you in bed. Exercise, because it's some of is this exercise that will help you do some of the mad ass positions in the bedroom. It will help your knees. When they say come and come on top, you can't go on top because your knees are paining you. You just and you climb the bed. You want to saddle him. You bend the knee makes crack. He puts you on doggy position. He bends your back. Your back makes crack. You can't even arch because your back. If you arch the back, if you stand up from the bed, you can't stand up because your back has hooked. For just small doggy that you did, most of the time we hear you have to pleasure a man. Do this to pleasure. What about you? Forget about the man and pleasure yourself. Hump on it and pleasure yourself. You're giving it. Baka, 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 baka. You know? So try this the next time he's in bed with you. Ask him if he wants to see you excited all by yourself, for yourself. It's even better if you cannot control your pleasure and you have an explosive climax with loud sounds to culminate the excitement that you're generating for yourself. Just make sure that your compliments are genuine. Don't tell him that he has the biggest pistol that you've ever seen in this world, that you've ever experienced in this world, if he's an average person or he's on the smaller side. Because that will mean that you've been faking it all along. He would never believe anything that you say or do in the bed because he will think that you're a liar. He's the one who is carrying the pistol. He knows his size. And you're telling him he's the biggest that you've ever had in your whole life. Except he married you a virgin. Number 9, make him a little jealous. See, a little jealousy never hurts anyone, although a lot can certainly be a red flag. See, I'm not saying, no one is advocating that you disappear for a night or hold hands with his best friend at night. But just a small reminder that he wants you to be his and his alone can be good for your relationship. A little bit of jealousy is good for a relationship. I mean, a touch of flirtation with a passing stranger. Eh? A long gaze without waiter. The drawing of heads because of that pretty dress that you wore. Like you walk past and men are just turning to look at his woman. And his eyes are like green with envy. Because some guy is looking at his woman's legs. All of these are all perfect ways to remind your guy that you are desirable and that he is lucky to have you as his woman. And even if you're not in a relationship, it might not just hurt to let him know that you're seeing other people or that other people want you or other people want to date you. But just don't make him so jealous that it causes a problem. All right? Number 10. Play hard to get. See, when you're too available for a guy, he might just become the opposite of addicted to you sexually, which is bored. And you don't want that. So consider not answering his messages immediately when he texts you, or consider declining that occasional visitation for sex or Netflix and chill or a date. And if you're spending the night with him, make sure that in the morning you leave his place ASAP before he tells you to leave his place. All right? You could just disappear with a kiss on his lips before it even gets a chance to go any further. Because when he knows that you are in demand, he'll be more motivated to work harder to get your attention. And he won't be able to stop thinking about you, even when you're not together. Plus, making him come to you ensures that you won't become too clingy or needy, especially if he's only looking for something casual. And be careful to give him just enough that he stays lusting for you. And also realize that if you give him too much space, or you're too cold. You might just look for someone who is a bit more accommodating or warm. So if you don't want the relationship to end, don't be cold, don't be too hard to get for a long period of time. There should be a time for playing too hard and a time to not play too hard. Okay? Balance is key. Number 11 way to make your man sexually addicted to you is by building sexual tension. I mean, if there is a surefire way to make him cry in a bedroom for you from pleasure, it is building sexual tension. Sexual tension way higher than the Empire State Building, and keeping it higher and higher every day. See, sexual tension requires enough sexual suggestions to keep him interested sexually, but not so much that you give it all away. So something like flirting and teasing are like two key elements of sexual tension you need to learn how to use. But there are more things to discover. Number 12, you need to prioritize your own pleasure. And this might not sound like a way to make him want you sexually at first, but hear me out, all right? Hear me out. No guy likes a woman who just lies in bed like a starfish or makes him do all the work. And this can be a lot of pressure on a guy. And this is one of the reasons why initiating sex and riding your man are such a powerful move to make on a guy. But if you make a point to get your own pleasure, it can turn a guy on like crazy and leave him sexually wanting you, because not a lot of women just want to derive pleasure for themselves selfishly without thinking about the man. Most of the time, we hear you have to pleasure a man, do this to pleasure. What about you? Forget about the man and pleasure yourself. Hump on it and pleasure yourself. So try this the next time he's in bed with you. Ask him if he wants to see you excited all by yourself, for yourself. It's even better if you cannot control your pleasure and you have an explosive climax with loud sounds to culminate the excitement that you're generating for yourself. He might just forget about the rest of the world as he's watching you. What are you doing to him? Is creating a man who may stay laser focused on you sexually. Now, if you're not prepared for the responsibility that comes with all of this, then don't put him through all of these tips that I'm giving to you. Okay? Now, number 13, because I don't want to waste much time, we have a lot to talk about. You need to dress sexy for him. Now, after you've been with someone for a while, I know it's natural to let your hair down a little. And then you start to use maybe the toilet while he's in the shower. And that's okay. That's totally normal. But in the interest of making him addicted to you, you need to consider putting yourself together a little more often. Your hair on fleek, your makeup on fleek, and a cute top shouldn't be reserved for when you're out meeting with other people. You shouldn't go to the boutique only to buy clothes for when you want to go out. You should be out there buying clothes for him in the house. Skimpy wear, crop tops, bum shorts, even your bikini wear itself. You can buy very great bikini wear or buy whatever lingerie and strut the house. Let him see what he has in the house. Because when you get too comfortable, a man will lose the excitement. Remember, men are visual. You have to keep working on that visual sense. And if you really go all out for a date night, he might find himself picking his jaw up from the floor. Now, the key is to wear something that makes you feel sexy and complement your body. Because if you're uncomfortable, it will definitely show. Okay? You don't want to wear things that are uncomfortable. Number 14, you need to keep flirting in your relationship. Flirtation, something we relegate to our younger years, but we really shouldn't, is something that we should be doing. Flirting makes us feel special. It makes us feel sexy, wanted, and approved of. It stimulates sexual appetite and it builds the bond. So knowing this, why would you ever stop flirting with your partner? You could use shy glances. You could have playful games. You could touch your man in places that are quite interesting. Flirt with him through words, through text messages while he's at work. Flirt with him. These things will get him pretty much hooked, line and sinker with you. Number 15, you need to massage your man's ego if you want to keep him addicted to you in bed. Do you love how his joystick feels inside of you? Have you told him? Maybe he's a great kisser or he's good at oral. Have you told him? If he makes you cry or scream in a bed, shake every now and then in the bed, or maybe he's a good lover in some other areas. Have you spoken to him about it? Have you caressed his ego? Have you told him, my king, there are certain ways that you make me feel in bed that no one has ever made me feel? And to be honest, I would say that you're a king in bed. You're a King Kong. You know how to handle me. I am so proud. I am so honored to have you as my lover. Caress his ego, and you would have him doing the most the next time. You know, men are like babies. Caress their ego in such a way that they feel like the best man on earth. You get them to do anything for you, especially if the man is not the type that goes down frequently on you. If you and he managed to go down on you today and he spent more than 10 minutes, even if he did not make you come, tell him, oh my God, you made me enjoy it today. Whatever it is, tell him you made me enjoy it today. You're the best. Watch him the next day. In fact, he will be the one to tell you he wants to go down. He will be the one to do extra. He will be the one to make sure that he spends time and gives you the pleasure that you deserve. Men are what's like babies. Caress their ego. You will get them to do just about anything for you. It's a fact. Let him know what he has done that you really like. It will make him feel good and desperate for you. Just make sure that your compliments are genuine. Don't tell him that he has the biggest pistol that you've ever seen in this world, that you've ever experienced in this world, if he's an average person or he's on the smaller side. Because that will mean that you've been faking it all along. He would never believe anything that you say or do in a bed because he will think that you're a liar. He's the one who is carrying the pistol. He knows his size. And you're telling him he's the biggest that you've ever had in your whole life. Except he married you a virgin and you haven't had any experience with anyone anywhere. So he will feel great because number one, you haven't seen other men. So you don't know what you're comparing. There is no comparison. What you've seen is big to you. That's it. But if you've seen other men before, you're not a virgin, and you're telling him he's the biggest that you've ever had, and he's just 3 inches or maybe 4 inches or even below 5 inches. My sister, stop that rough play. Stop that rough play. You can't be playing rough play with a man. It's hard like that. What you would do is you will make him feel insecure. You're not boosting his ego. You're not boosting his self-esteem. Except he's a delusional man who likes to be caressed, and he likes a bit of exaggeration just to make himself feel good. He's delusional. He's school upstairs. And that's the only one that can accept the fact that, oh, she really thinks I'm big. Whereas I am just, deep down between me and my God in my own lonely time, I am not as she says I am. So learn to always caress your man's ego. all right? And compliment him in a way that feels appropriate. How about you give him a breathless moan about how good he feels inside of you? That will bust his head. Now, number 16 way that you get a man addicted, that you get him crying your name in bed, is when you set a regular date night. See, everyone knows that date nights apparently just keeps your relationship or your marriage and your sex life strong after kids. But what about, when you've just gotten together, or you've only just been together, you've only just been with someone for a few months or years? How do you date regularly? Because dedicated date nights are still very, very important in this case, because that's your time to invest in a relationship. That's the time to be silly. That's the time to have fun. That's the time to prioritize romance and continue to get to know one another. You can never stop knowing one another. All right? Because failing to actually set aside time for date nights means that the to-do list gets the upper hand, or that you would always have routine sex, which can actually become stale over time and won't help make your husband sexually addicted to you, as that's the plan that we have here. So don't forget about dating. If he's not initiating it, make sure that you initiate it. That would remind him to, you know, understand how important it is for both of you to get to know yourself outside of the bedroom by having date night. Number 17 way for you to get your man addicted to you in bed is you using sexy body language. It doesn't matter whether you're on the first date or you're on your 1000th date. Sexy body language is, well, sexy. But people tend to lose the knack for it over weeks and months and years as they become more comfortable with one another, which is not supposed to be. I know life gets in the way of things, but just like you do in your business, in your studies, you have to be intentional about the things that are important to you. Don't you ever get to a point where you are so familiar with your partner that you're not giving all of the vibes that you need to give. It happens to guys too. They forget about looking sexy. Don't forget about all of the things that make you sexy, like your sexy outfits, your sexy lingerie. You could just one day just lean towards your man intimately, touch him softly on the arms or on the shoulders or on the cheeks. You could just lower your head and look at him from underneath your lashes with love. Everyone loves to feel special. And so using body language, sexy body language, is one method of making a man feel loved. Sometimes draw attention to your cleavage or to your butt. You could bite your lower lips when he's talking to you, or maybe chew on a straw if both of you are out there, or you could just suck on a lollipop. It might sound cliche to you, but it will definitely work. You can also trace, your fingers across your collarbone, or drag an ice cube along your skin. That will send a message, especially if it's been a while that you guys have gotten down and dirty because of so many activities that you have around. Set the mood. And that brings me to number 18. You need to learn to set and enforce your boundaries if you want a man to be addicted to you. See, guys might briefly like someone who is all about them, who is, you know, all about them basically. But being all about him, or worse still, being a doormat, becomes boring pretty quickly. Being that yes sir, yes ma, whatever you say, thank you sir, one bam kind of girl, it can get pretty much boring and pretty quickly. That's not how to keep a man hooked. It's also not a good way to ensure that you get what you want in bed. Instead, what you need to do is set your boundaries and make sure that you enforce them. What setting your boundaries says to a man is that you are a capable woman, even on your own, and it makes you much more desirable. It's just another way to remind that man that your time is valuable and that you're not too needy. You're not here just to hang around for attention. Do you get what I mean? Now, number 19, you need to stay fit and healthy if you want to keep a man hooked, line, and sinker with you. So, if you've ever wondered, how to make a man get addicted to you, see, a great way to do so is to start with your body. If you want to slim down, slim down, slim down, tone your body, tone your figure. And that's just one of the benefits of eating healthy and exercising, right? You don't want to be, or because of familiarity, just eat anyhow, fart anyhow. Just allow yourself go. You let yourself go. Take out time to exercise, my darling. Take out time to look good. Tone your body. As slim as I am, I know that my body is really soft and I want to go and tone it. I exercise. I exercise to stay fit and trimmed. Because as you age, you lose muscle mass. Your body starts to become saggy, soft. I know some men love soft bodies, but sometimes you need to tone it for you. It's not about him now, it's about you because you want to look sexy, you want to be confident. Not when you're put in a position, your body is just wobbly. Blah, 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 blah. Go and tone your body. Eat right. Exercise. Because it's some of is this exercise that will help you do some of the mad ass positions in a bedroom. It will help your knees. When they say come on top, you can't go on top because your knees are paining you. You just you climb the bed. You want to saddle him. You bend the knee makes crack. He puts you on doggy position. He bends your back. Your back makes crack. You can't even arch because your back, if you arch the back, if you stand up from the bed, you can't stand up because your bed, your back has hooked. You now stand up like this. For just small doggy that you did, or small saddle that you did, your knee, they are rushing you to ER. Why won't they rush you to ER? It's because you're not going to the gym. See, gym is, I know it is hard, but over time you will enjoy it because it releases that adrenaline that you need. And then when you leave the gym, you're coming out with a burst of energy. Before you know it, if you before you used to spend 2 minutes on saddling, because you're squatting, you're doing squats, you can be able to squat over him for 10 minutes non-stop, my girl. You're giving it. You know, now the man go dey run. The man will run away because he cannot understand where the energy is coming from. But the energy is coming because you've worked it out in the gym. You've worked it out in the gym. So go to the gym and work out. Eat right. Take all of your supplements that you need to take. I mean, if you're eating right, you will have all of the supplements that you need from food. Right now, I have gone into plant-based because the processed foods have been bloating my tummy, have been causing constipation and abdominal issues. But ever since I went plant-based, I have been so good. My skin's been popping. I have trimmed my tummy. All I just need to do is firm up. And that's what I do in a gym. I noticed that when I wasn't even going to the gym for the past 2 years, if I stood up from the bed, my ankle would just crack. And from there, pain. That's how my ankle cracked. From just getting up from the bed one night to go and ease myself. Crack. Since then, pain. Right there at my ankle. So as we age, our body just tries to fall apart when we're not really active. So you need to be active. See, if you want to be bad in a bedroom, if you want your man to cry in the bedroom, you have to first and foremost go into the gym and work your strength up. Trust me. you'll take him down. Because you need that sexy body. You don't want to let yourself go where you have, fupa. You can't even see your pubes, right? You can't see it. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. It's important, not just for him, but for you to feel confident and sexy with or without clothes on. Self-confidence is key. And sleep more. Sleep more. And that's something that I'm trying to do, to sleep more. Because when you sleep more, you give time for your body to rest, rejuvenate itself. Okay? Let's go to number 20. Another way that you can make your man get so addicted to you, especially in bed, is when you laugh, and you laugh a lot. Everyone knows that a good laughing session is fun. But do you also know that laughter releases that hormone called oxytocin? Oxytocin is responsible for, bonding mother and babies. Oxytocin brings couples closer together. So the more that you laugh with your guy, the more you will feel closer to your man, and the more your man will feel closer to you and would want to be around you. No man wants to be with a woman who doesn't know how to laugh or have fun, or a woman who is not humorous. All right? So the more he is around you, the more you two can laugh, and the better. It's a virtuous cycle, and it's good for the relationship. So think about fun ways to keep your guy entertained, just as he would keep you entertained, like telling jokes, watching comedies together, teasing one another. You're never too old to tease one another. It's a surefire way to make your guy get addicted to you. And another great way to make him laugh in a more intimate way is with like flirting. Don't forget to laugh in the bedroom. Sex doesn't always have to be serious all the time. I mean, sometimes it can be awkward or it can be weird. A little laughter here or there can just break the tension altogether. And number 21, which is the last one, you need to be uniquely you if you want a man to be addicted to you. I mean, addiction of all types just rest on the feeling that you can't get what you need from anything or anyone else. That's where the addiction comes from. All right? That's why you need to focus on being the best version of yourself and not just being someone else. So focus on accentuating your good qualities, the ones that you know that your man likes. And don't worry about being somebody that you're not. Be yourself, because everyone else is taken. All right? Be yourself. Be yourself in the bedroom. Be yourself anywhere. He will be addicted to you. All right? Let him feel that there's just something about you that he can never get from any other person. That's where the addiction starts from. All these ones that I'm talking about is just being you, uniquely you, in such a way that when you're not there, he feels half of him is missing. All right? All right then. And all right, let me add 22. 22nd way to get him addicted and make him cry in bed is if you know how to blow his trumpet very well. And I have given you an elaborate video on how to blow his trumpet and make him cry. There is a video here. I'm going to link it. Go watch practice. Even though that one now is like sort of outdated, right? Because there's so many things that you can do, but I can't do it on YouTube. You know YouTube and their community guidelines. I love my channel very well. I do not want to joke with it. So I'm just going to link how to give him head, right? And make him cry. Go and watch it from top to bottom. Watch everything. And trust me, your man is gonna wonder where you learned it from. Okay? This is where we end it. Until I come your way, when I come your way, know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah.